In scene 1 of the Glass Menagerie, Tom appears dressed as a merchant sailor and sets the scene for what he calls a memory play. Throughout the scene, you see the picture of the absentee father, Laura's glass menagerie, and the Wingfield family dynamic as a whole. Amanda is the demanding mother of Tom and Laura, whose main goal in life is to find Laura a gentleman caller and see that her children are successful. Laura is her painfully shy daughter, whose physical defect keeps her from looking for true love. And Tom is Amanda's rebellious son, who relies on his movies and his work to make an escape from his complicated home life.
In scene 2, Amanda comes home from work angry because she has discovered that Laura is no longer attending classes at Rubican's Business College because of her terrible shyness. This leaves only one option for a young woman who can't have a business career: marriage. Amanda is curious about possible candidates to be Laura's gentleman caller. This scene is important to the play because it directs it forward, providing a goal that drives the play forward.
Well, Mother, I was just...
Deception. Girl, I know you ain't be deceiving me.
How was the DAR meeting? Didn't you go to the DAR meeting?
No. I did not have the strength. No, I didn't have the courage to go to the DAR meeting. I just wanted to find a hole in the ground and crawl up in it and live in there forever.
Why did you do that, Mother?
Why, Laura? I thought you were an adult. How old are you?
You know my age, Mother.
Well, I thought you were an adult. It seems I was mistaken.
Mother, please stop staring at me. Ugh.
What are we going to do? What is going to become of us? What of the future, Laura?
Mother, has something happened? What has happened, Mother?
I'll be all right in a minute. I'm just bewildered by life.
Ugh, I wish you would just tell me what's happened.
Well, as you know, I was supposed to be inducted into my office at the DAR meeting this afternoon, but I stopped off first at Rubican's Business College to tell them about your cold and ask what progress they thought you'd been making down there.
Oh.
I went to the typing instructor and introduced myself as your mother. She didn't know who you were. Winfield, she said. We don't have any student enrolled here by that such name. I assured her that she did. I said you'd been taking classes down there since early January. I wonder, she said, if you mean that terribly shy little girl who dropped out of school after only a few days' attendance. No, I said. My daughter Laura has been going to school every day for the past 6 weeks. Excuse me, she said, and she pulled out her attendance book, and there was your name, printed unmistakably, and all the days you'd been absent, until they just decided you dropped out of school. Still, I said, no, there must have been a mistake. There must be a mix-up in the records. And she said, no, I remember her perfectly well now. Her hand shook so that she couldn't even press the right keys. The first time we gave a speed test, she broke down and cried. She was sick at the stomach and almost had to be carried to the washroom. After that morning, she never showed up. She never came back. We phoned the house, but, well, there was no answer. It must have been while I was at Famous Bar demonstrating those. Oh! I felt so weak, I could barely keep on my feet. I had to sit down while someone got me a glass of water. $50 tuition. All my hopes and ambitions for you, all our plans, just gone up the spout. Just gone up the spout like that. going every day when you've been pretending to be at business college?
I've just been walking.
It's not true.
It is. I've just been walking.
Walking? Walking? In the middle of winter? Deliberately courting pneumonia with that light coat you always wear? Where did you walk to?
All sorts of places. Mostly the park.
Even after you started catching that cold?
It was the lesser of two evils, Mother. I just couldn't go back. I threw up. On the floor.
From 7:30 until 5 every day. You mean to tell me that you walked in the park just so that I would think you had been going to Rubican's business college?
It wasn't as bad as it sounds. I went inside places to warm up.
Inside where?
Oh, the art museum and the birdhouses in the zoo. I visited the penguins every day. Sometimes I even skipped lunch to go and watch a movie. And lately I've been spending my afternoons in the jewel box, the glass house where they raise the tropical flowers.
You did all this to deceive me? Just for deception? Why?
Mother, when you're disappointed, you get that awful suffering look on your face, like Jesus' mother in the museum.
Oh, hush.
I couldn't face it.
So what are we going to do for the rest of our lives? Stay at home and watch the parades go by? Amuse ourselves with the glass menagerie, darling? Amuse ourselves by eternally playing those worn-out records that your father left us in painful memory of him. We won't have a business career. Oh no, we gave that up because it gave us indigestion. What is there left but dependency all our lives? I know so well what becomes of unmarried women, not ready to occupy any position. I've seen such pitiful cases in the South. Barely tolerated spinsters who live off the grudging patronage of brother's wife or sister's husband, stuck away in some little mousetrap of a room, encouraged by one in-law to go visit another. Little bird-like women without any nest, eating the crust of humility all their life. Is that the future we've mapped out for ourselves? I swear it's the only alternative I can think of. It isn't a very pleasant alternative, is it? Of course, some girls do marry. Haven't you ever liked a boy, Laura?
Yeah, I liked one once. I came across his picture a while ago.
He gave you his picture?
No, it was in the yearbook.
Oh, high school boy.
Yes. His name was Jim. Here he is in the Pirates of Penzance.
The what?
The operetta the senior class put on. He had a wonderful voice, and we sat across the aisle from each other Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the auditorium. Oh, here he is with the silver cup for debating. See his grin.
Well, he must have had a jolly disposition.
He used to call me Blue Roses.
Now, why would he call you a name such as that?
When I had that attack of pleurosis, he asked me what was the matter when I came back, and I said pleurosis, but he thought I said Blue Roses. So that's what he always called me after that. When he'd see me, he'd holler, "Hello, Blue Roses." I didn't care much for the girl he went out with, Emily Meisenbach. She was the best dressed girl at Soldan. She never struck me, though, as being sincere. It says in the personal section they're engaged. It was like 6 years ago. They must be married by now.
Well, that's what women who aren't cut out for business careers usually wind up doing. Marrying some nice man. Sister, that's what you'll do?
But Mother...
Yes?
I'm crippled.
Nonsense, Laura! I told you never to use that word. You're not crippled. You just have some slight defect. Barely noticeable, even. When people have disadvantages like that, they usually make up for them by developing charm and vivacity. And charm! That's one thing your father had plenty of, was charm.